All right, people, your boy man Mike here, man. Wanted to give you guys some game, man. All right. Why do I say that? Because a lot of you people are really misinformed. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Julio Jones is selfish. He's looking out for himself and all this type of goofy shit, man. All right. Let me kick y'all with some facts. Hey, Julio Jones said that he wants to be Atlanta Falcons. He will be Atlanta Falcons for the rest of his career. Arthur Blank said that he will, and most likely, depends on what's going on, is that Julio Jones will be Atlanta Falcon after his career. He's a Atlanta Falcon forever. He loves Julio, all this mess. All right, but if you know anything about organizations, they can say one damn thing, and then the next damn day, the next week, and we saw what Toronto and DeMar DeRozan told the motherfucker he was going to be for. They had no plans in trading him, and then he gets on live TV and tells him that, oh, I lied. The GM said this. So we're getting at Julio Jones because he's looking out for himself. These organizations don't give a damn about players, okay? They don't give a damn about players. As soon as you can't play anymore, your ass, that contract is ripped the fuck up. This shit that Julio Jones is, he's selfish. He's looking out for himself. You're damn skippy. These organizations make billions of dollars off these players a year. Arthur Blank just built an $800 million stadium. And you sitting up here telling me that Julio Jones is selfish because he wants a couple of more million? An updated deal? I mean, somewhere some shit ain't right. Seriously. You loyal to the logo? Let's see if you loyal to the logo with that them ticket prices go up. Let's see if you loyal to the logo if you had an owner like Jerry Jones, Bob McNair, these racist pieces of shit that owns these organizations. Let's see if you loyal to them then. Let's see if you loyal if you have a Donald Trump run your organization. Let's see if you loyal then, okay? So don't give me this shit about Julio Jones being selfish. Come on, bro. Don't hit Man Mike with that. You people are absolutely retarded if you think this is Julio Jones being selfish. Let me kick you with some facts. This is facts. This is the reason why Julio Jones is angry. All right. Yes, he signed a contract, $71 million, 5 years. At the time, it was the best deal that any wide receiver has gotten since Calvin Johnson. Okay. It was a great deal. A good deal. I wouldn't say great. It was a good deal. But that was the best at the time that any receiver has gotten. Guaranteed money. They recycle through players. You look at running backs now. Running backs. We have 2 running backs right now. And the Atlanta Falcons possibly will get rid of Tevin Coleman. They already drafted Tevin Coleman's replacement and Ito Smith. Okay? So they are prepared for every situation. They are prepared for every situation. But let me hit you with these facts, bro. Let me hit you with these facts. This is a fact. This is why Julio Jones is pissed off. Okay? If this guy, he doesn't have any guaranteed money. What that means, if he gets hurt in training camp, somehow this is an injury, can't play the season, guess how much money he's getting? He's not getting anything. He get paid by each game that he plays. No guaranteed money. 0. You get that? He's not getting paid. 2018 roster bonus, absolutely nothing. Workout bonus, absolutely nothing. 2010, 2019, you see that? Roster bonus, 0, 0. 2020, 0, 0. Okay? You get me? These are facts, people. All right, these are facts. So don't give me this shit, Julio and players like Julio are being selfish. When we have these owners making billions, not millions, okay? Billions of dollars off these players with these crazy TV contracts. I mean, you look at the WWE. These guys just hit a damn $1 billion deal. $1 billion deal with Fox. Okay? This is how much these owners, these executives make off these players and their talent. Billions, not millions, billions of dollars. Now, this is facts. So all you guys can, you getting on Julio, oh, he's being selfish, he need to bring his ass to training camp. I'm right with you. I would much rather have Julio being at training camp than have to be going through shit like this. But this is a fact right here. This is nothing but facts, bro. I don't do anything outside of facts. I try to be optimistic and stay in the middle, but this is the truth. These organizations don't care about players. As soon as Julio can't play, his ass is going to be cut just like Roddy White. They had no problems cutting Roddy White. Moving the fuck on from Roddy White. So don't give me this. And all you little trolls on this channel too, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's all right. We all have opinions. But what I'm kicking right here is straight facts. This is why Julio is pissed off. If this guy get hurt in training camp, guess what he's getting? Absolutely nothing. Julio's not getting paid. He's not getting guaranteed money. These players get paid for each game that they play. And if Julio Jones can't play because of an injury, guess what? Julio Jones will lose money. So you see 70, you see at the top, 2.5 million. You see that? He's not getting that if he can't play. He's not getting that. We saw it plenty of times where players sign 5-year deal and they're released in the very first year of a contract. We've seen it plenty of times. We've seen it plenty of times, okay? So don't give me Julio Jones. Okay, Julio Jones signed a contract, honor your contract. Well, tell me this, bro. When are the owners are going to live up to their contract? When are they going to honor the contract? Tell me, bro. I want to know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm not seeing anything. Because if you, as a worker, working a regular 9 to 5, I don't need no damn, okay? I really don't need no guarantee. I really don't need you to tell me that you're going to pay me this. I want to see my shit, bro. I want to see my money. I want to get my money. I don't need your word for it. I want my money now. Don't tell me you're going to give it to me. This is a paper contract that means absolutely nothing because this is not Major League Baseball where the contracts are guaranteed. You see Bobby Bonilla right now? This is what the NFL is searching for. This is what they're trying to get. Guaranteed contracts. Absolutely not. These contracts are not guaranteed in the NFL. Major League Baseball, these players don't have to play a damn game, but they literally don't have to play the rest of their lives. Like I said before, Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid by the Mets. He hasn't played in damn near 15, 20 years. Okay? This is what Julio Jones, this is what these players want. They want guaranteed money. These NFL owners they're robbing these players. These players are getting robbed. Okay? So tell me all this Julio Jones is, he's selfish. He needs to bring his ass to camp. I'm right there with y'all. I would much rather see Julio Jones at training camp, doing his thing, being with the team, showing up, working on their routes and working on chemistry and whatnot. I would much rather see Julio Jones doing that than talking about something like this. Because I don't think a lot of fans understand that this is strictly business. if the Falcons say they were so loyal, if they say they love Julio Jones so much, they would do anything and everything possible to show that this guy that they love him. You can talk all day. You can talk all day. You can say you love me all day, but I'm about that action. Send it, all you guys, like I said before, he showed up. Julio Jones is clearly he's clearly saying to everyone, this is not personal. This is strictly business for Julio. He just wants guaranteed money. That's it. Because if he, like I said before, if he get hurt in training camp, Julio Jones is not getting paid. That $71 million right there, you see at the top. He's going to lose if he has a career-ending injury in training camp. Guess what? Julio Jones is not getting the remainder of that money. He's not getting it at all. That's the total value, 11.5 million, 14, and another 11. That's about $30 million. $30 million. $30+ million in contract and money. If he gets injured today, $30+ million, Julio Jones will not see if he gets injured. Now, this is the reason why he's holding out. No, he doesn't. Let me rephrase that. No, he got $42 million guaranteed money. But look. Do you see this? 7125. You see that? You see that, people? That's what he wants. He don't want 42. He want all his damn money. Just like you want your whole fucking paycheck, he want his whole fucking paycheck. You people being hypocrites, bro. You people being complete hypocrites. Let your job show up and tell you that, nah, bro, we're going to give you only work. we promised you 71 million, but we only going to give you 42. Man, please, get the fuck out of here with that. Y'all people are crazy. You absolutely nuts. Nobody wants half of that damn paycheck. It does. Julio is worth every dime that he gets. Do you not understand this? We're not talking about a player that is damn. He's not Mohamed Sanu. He's not Calvin Ridley. He is not. Okay, a lot of receivers. He is the best, in my opinion. Like I said before, Julio Jones is probably the best offensive weapon in the league outside of Aaron Rodgers. Julio Jones commands double teams and triple teams at all times. You have to account for him. You have to. You can't leave Julio one-on-one with anybody. He's going to burn your ass. Hurt or not, he's going to burn your ass. Maybe, and see, and this is, I have no issue with him holding out because I think I see a bigger picture. I see a bigger picture. I don't think Julio wants to go anywhere. I don't think he's pissed off. I think this is strictly about him trying to get through training camp and skip training camp as much as possible. Because like I said before, if he shows up to training camp and he gets injured, guess what? This money right here, that $10 million, $14 million, the signing bonus, and the salary cap, that $14 million is gone. He's only going to get this if he has a debilitating injury that keeps him out for the year or possibly the rest of his career. This is gone. This is no more. He won't get this. He will receive this, but he won't get this. Okay? That's the point. He's trying to guarantee that he get all 14. by not showing up at training camp. There's many reasons why he's not showing up. This is not just, oh, he's being selfish. He want more money. He want an updated deal because he's 30 years old. And if Arthur Blank and the organization say he's going to be a Falcon forever, this right here, these numbers, roster bonus, workout bonus, nothing guaranteed, no more guaranteed money. That doesn't show that you here in Atlanta. Because if I get injured, if he gets injured, guess what? Julio's getting traded. That's no ifs, ands, and buts. He's either getting traded or he's going to get released. And Julio does have an agent, but this is, like I said, that deal 2 years ago was that year. That was a completely different market. The market has changed, and players like Antonio Brown and Julio Jones are going to demand them to get market value. And right now, Julio Jones deserves market value, which he doesn't get. He's the 9th highest paid player, wide receiver in the league. And no, I do not think Julio Jones is going anywhere. Like I said before, I don't think Julio has any bad blood between, the organization and Julio Jones. I mean, the only thing that I remember Julio Jones being upset with Kyle Shanahan. No one liked Kyle Shanahan. Okay? Nobody liked him. The first target. Well, you're not going to pay. Look, you can't keep everybody anyway, okay? I would much rather keep a Julio Jones, get rid of Tevin Coleman, Mohamed Sanu, so those guys are pretty much gone. You have to pay Jake Matthews. Devontae Freeman is already paid. Matt Ryan is paid. You have Alex Mack. Those guys, the offense is pretty much set. Julio just wants some guaranteed money. Julio wants security. He doesn't feel like he's getting what he's worth. What the hell is wrong with that? He wants security. How in the hell is that selfish? That's really, really, I don't understand this. And no, I don't understand. And no, like I said, I don't like seeing Julio hold out. I don't want it, but I understand why they're doing it. But the cap for anybody, for any contending team, if you want to contend for a Super Bowl, your cap space is pretty much non-existent because you have to pay the best players. If you don't pay the best players, you're not going to contend. It's simple as that. Those days, you're not going to have, and like in baseball, you have small market teams like the Oakland A's, like the A's. You're not having small market teams like the A's and, like the NBA. Even in the NBA, it's different. You can't contend without spending money. It's not like baseball, where everyone pretty much has a chance. This is not the same. You have to pay your top players, period, or you're not going to contend. You have to pay your coaches, or you're not going to contend. It's simple as that. And the last thing that the Falcons need right now is to be like the Hawks. And what do I mean by that? You don't want to give the of being the best player in the game at your respective position as Julio is. He's a top player. You don't want players seeing this, a future player seeing this, that they would not want to come to they would not want to come play for the Falcons. If you don't take care of your top players, your best players, who the hell would want to come to Atlanta in the free agency if this is how you treat Julio Jones? How the hell would you get another come here. If you treat Julio like this after 2 years, you treat Julio like this after 2 years, how are you going to get another player? How are you going to get a free agent to come? You have to think about this. Martise, you're making absolutely no sense, all right? You're making absolutely no sense. You're talking about how many Super Bowls and all this blah, blah, blah bullshit, okay? But let me game you a little something. All right, let me put you on game. All right, let me put you on game. Even the players, this is not about position. This is about taking care of your best players. It doesn't matter if he's a quarterback, wide receiver, defensive end, defensive tackle. Pay your best players. You look at the Ravens. At Baltimore Ravens, guess who? For the longest of time, Ed Reed and Ray Lewis. Okay, this was it's about. The offense, they didn't spend a lot of money on the offense because that offense sucked. That Ravens defense was the reason why they won championships. They paid Ray Lewis. They paid Ed Reed. They paid Chris McAllister. All these guys got paid because they were the best player at the time. And right now, Julio Jones and Matt Ryan are the best two players on this team. Take care of them. How do you not understand that? How can you people not understand that? It really is that simple. And Martise, like I said before, the salary cap is what it is. They should have at least expanded a little bit more so you can have a little bit more flexibility with the salary cap. But trading with Julio Jones is not going to help it's not going to help anything. I have high hopes for this defense. And you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice at this point. I think you really have to sacrifice either Rico Allen, Tevin Coleman for sure. Those two guys off rip. You have to sacrifice those guys. There's no way they can stay here. You can't get rid of Julio Jones. You can't get rid of Matt Ryan. You can't get rid of Grady Jarrett, Vic Beasley, Deion Jones. You can't get rid of those guys. That can't happen. So the point is, it doesn't matter what position that you Florida boy, please expand on that. You can't be a Julio Jones fan saying some stupid shit like that. All right, I'm sorry. Sorry, but no sorry. You're a diehard Julio Jones fan, but he doesn't deserve the money. Look at his debt. What fucking debt? All right. Julio Jones is always top 3 in every he's always top 3 receiver. Period. If he's not number 1, he's number 2. For the last 5 years, he's been number 1, number 2. The fuck are you talking about his debt? Julio Jones is always top 5 and as a complete wide receiver. You look at it all comes down. I know you guys are touchdown. That's the only fucking argument that you guys have about Julio Jones, that you don't want to pay him because of his touchdowns. Come on, bro. Guy puts up 80 catches, 1,400 yards every fucking season. 4 seasons in a row right now. Guess who's ever done it more? Jerry Rice. He's the only receiver to ever do that. It wasn't Randy Moss. It's Jerry Rice. It's the only player to have done it more than Julio. 1,400 yards. Okay? 4 times. But see this Prisma, that's exactly what I mean. You get so carried about touchdowns, but touchdowns it really is some of everything. You can look at Matt Ryan. You can look at the play calling. If Matt Ryan doesn't have the confidence time to throw it to Julio, that's not Julio's fault. If Steve Sarkisian make a dumbass call, he decides to whip up a play for, Derek Coleman in the back of a fucking end zone, end up doing the playoffs. That's not Julio's fault. So we're really looking at Julio's stats to say that he's not worthy of more money because of a touchdown. 1,400 yards, 88 receptions. That says more, bro. Okay? I would much rather have him 88 yards, 88 catches, 1,400 yards from a receiver than worry about touchdowns. Now, I would love to see him score more touchdowns, but I want to see the offense excel. Now, Julio opens up so much for the offense. You take away Julio Jones, then that safety, that free safety, that strong safety comes down in the box. And the question that I have is, if you bring that safety back down with the Julio Jones, and if you bring that safety down, is Devontae Freeman that good? Is Tevin Coleman really that good? I'm not sure, because I've never seen these guys play without Julio Jones. You take Julio Jones out, I'm not sure Devontae Freeman is that, much good of a player. I'm not sure that Tevin Coleman, those guys bring up, open those holes for those runnings. So you look at Julio Jones, he opens so much up for this offense. Instead of Matt Ryan, looking at a 8-man front, he's seeing a 4 or 5. He's seeing a 5-man front, because the two you have to account for this guy. You can't bring a safety over. You cannot not have a safety over Julio Jones. You have to have a safety over him at all times, period. You take that away and you looking at you take that away, you're not looking at a strong running game. Falcons rush for 113 yards a game. I think that was if not, I believe it was somewhere around the neighborhood of 13th. 8 between 13. I think they was ranked 13th in total rushing yards. But like I said, Marlo, a lot of people don't understand what his value is to this team. It's not so much his stats. Stats can lie and stats tell a lot. And what I mean by that, Julio Jones only scored 3 touchdowns. But Julio Jones averaged 16.8 a reception. Okay? 16.8 a reception. That's coming from a guy that you saying let's trade. If a receiver give me 16.8 a reception, bro, I'm not looking to trade him. Y'all are fucking crazy. Y'all are absolutely insane. Nah, I'm not trying to give that up. You're a damn fool if you're trying to give that up. This is not a game of Madden, bro. All right? This is not a game of Madden. This shit is real life. Stats can lie a lot. And I say this over and over again. I don't like to get too deep into it. I really don't like to get too deep into facts and whatnot. But some of you guys, I understand. Like I said, I totally understand about Julio not being in training camp. I would much rather not deal with this shit and, going through all this mess. I would much rather than just stay quiet like they've been for the most part. I would much rather see that. But this man is grossly underpaid, man. Julio Jones is grossly underpaid. 14. Okay. And people saying that, it's he 14 million. He only getting, that's his base salary is 10 million. That's his base salary. He only getting signing bonus for 4 million. 14 million for Julio. That's ninth. That's ninth. Okay. Sammy Watkins is making more money than Julio Jones. Sammy fucking Watkins. Let me repeat that. Sammy Watkins is making more than Julio Jones. I got some problem with that. And I'm not even Julio. I'm not even Julio, and I've got problems with that, bro. And see, and that's another thing, Florida boy. Like I said, I saw your comment earlier. But like I said, Julio is losing money with this debate. He's losing this also. He's losing 40,000 every time he not shows up. But it really is about him. This entire holdout is about him trying his best to stay healthy. Sammy Watkins doesn't have a top paid quarter. What the hell does that even mean? What does that mean? And that what does that mean? Seriously, what does that mean? Please tell me what the hell does that mean? Because there's a guy, a wide receiver who I consider in the top 5. He plays in Houston Texans. You know that guy? Never had a quarterback. He still puts up numbers, big time numbers. You know who I'm talking about? Think about that. That means absolutely nothing, bro. Receivers are who they are. Now he could definitely be better with a quarterback, but quarterbacks typically don't make wide receivers. As long as he can throw the ball to him in a reasonable fashion when he wants it. But like I said before, man, I've said this over and over again. We have to stop trying to think. Sometimes things can be a little bit, out of. Sometimes we can get carried away with, players holding out if we don't know everything. We don't analyze everything. We're looking at guys like Odell Beckham, who's had problems outside of football, who wants to be paid as one of the top offensive players. He wants more money than quarterbacks. Now we're talking about Odell Beckham. He's not Julio. Okay? Odell Beckham is not Julio. He wants more money. And he's talking about holding out. I would trade Odell Beckham before I trade Julio. That's not even that's not, I'm not even, like I said before, man, I ain't even mad at Julio right now. I'm not mad at Julio because like I said, I've looked at this contract up and down over and over again. And it really is all about, we want the Falcons to win a Super Bowl. That's what we want. Okay, hold on. Answer what? All right. I'm assuming that you're saying that Julio Jones was better hurt. I'm guessing that's what you're saying. I don't even understand that. I don't think Julio Jones is better hurt. I think Julio Jones is one of those players that he has to stay on the field. Julio Jones has to stay on the field for the Atlanta Falcons to be um, successful or top offense. We lose Julio Jones. This offense is definitely. Look at the stats. When Julio Jones is off the field, most of the time we rely on Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman. So we rely on the running game. So if Julio Jones is not on the field and he can't play, almost every freaking down, the Falcons offense becomes much more predictable. You know you're going to get a run when Julio Jones is not off the offense. So the Falcons want to, be more, I guess they want to be less predictable, because I think there's one thing that the Eagles saw in the playoff game, that the Falcons were more predictable when Julio Jones was off the field and, play calling and whatnot. So they want to be less predictable than they were before. So drafting a guy like Calvin Ridley, having him in when Julio Jones needs a playoff here and there, and you can, this is, like I said, this is a good thing all the way around, drafting Calvin Ridley. If Julio Jones needs more, reps, more time, more downs off to heal up, this is good for the Falcons in the long run. Because late in the game, when you need a big play, we need big plays from Julio. We don't need Julio to be tired. That's not what the Falcons need. So we want Julio to stay healthy. In order for Julio to stay healthy, we can't be pissed off because he's not showing at training camp. Because he can get hurt at training camp at any moment. Anybody can get hurt at training camp at any moment. Look at Teddy Bridgewater. His career was pretty much damn near almost over because he got hurt at practice. Shredded his knee. Not even a game. He shredded his knee. So things like this have to be taken into account. A lot of time these players are not, really concerned about money. I mean, money isn't up. Money is something that they're thinking about. But you can't get your money if you're not playing ball. If you're injured, you can't make money being injured. But yes, Martise, that's happened to everyone. This is not the Atlanta Falcons. This is not just the Atlanta Falcons. If you look at the Patriots, for years, they've had some damn good players. But what this sets them aside and why they continue to contend every year, besides the cheating, gotta throw that in there. Besides cheating, they pay their best player, which is Tom Brady, and they draft well. They don't spend a lot of money in free agents. They take care of the players that they're supposed to take care of, and they draft well. And the Falcons have drafted well. So it's time for them to pay their best players. And everything right now is just speculation. We don't know if Calvin Ridley is going to be special. I mean, I think he's going to be special. I think he has the tools to be a great receiver. But nothing is guaranteed. We thought Matt Ryan was, was going to be a bust. A lot of people thought Matt Ryan was going to be a bust. Like, when he was drafted number 3 overall, he was like, people like they didn't want him. He was more of a bust than boom. So we don't know a lot of these players. A lot of time we don't know. Matt Ryan is thrown over 40,000 passing yards. 10 years. People didn't want him. No one wanted, a lot of people didn't want him. Still to this day, a lot of people don't want Matt Ryan. And I think the Kirk Cousins contract, well, I would say about the Michael Vick issue, I think people still butthurt about that. I mean, I understand why, but a lot of that is Michael Vick's fault. And I don't want to get too caught up in that, but a lot of people just, still upset about that. They want a running quarterback, and I get it. Matt Ryan is, like I said, he's the best quarterback this franchise has ever had. Bar none. It's not even close. Michael Vick was the most electrifying player outside of Deion Sanders this organization has ever seen. This organization has a reputation of getting, for a weekend chance. Other things, but we just traded him, and he's a Hall of Famer. We didn't even offer Deion Sanders a damn contract, and he walked. Deion Sanders walked away. Okay, he walked. We got nothing for Deion Sanders. So this organization has a horrible reputation. And the Atlanta Falcons are in a position right now to say to future free agents and players that if you go on to be one of the best players in the league, either we're going to cut you, be loyal to you, show you loyalty, or we're going to get rid of you after we've used you. Now, if that's what you want, and I doubt that's what Arthur Blank wants, he doesn't want a reputation of not paying his best players. So I'm thinking that this deal will get done and before the Falcons have to pay Jake Matthews, they have to pay Grady Jarrett, and they have to see if what they're going to do with Rico Allen. Those two big-time players that the Falcons need for this defense, for this team. So the fact of the matter, like I said before, man, we can sit up here and say that Julio, we're going to trade Julio because he want more money. This is a bad precedent. This is bad for the organization if he decides he wants to just trade Julio Jones. That's not good for us in the long run, because that's a bad precedent that when you become a top player and it's time for you to pay that top player, the market value changes, and you don't want to give this guy what he's worth. And no one can say that Julio Jones is not worth it. You're absolutely retarded. You're absolutely foolish if you think Julio Jones is not worth top money. You have the problem, not Julio Jones. And everybody, with Rico Allen, I think he's a player that you can, let go of. I just don't think, like I said, Rico Allen is definitely one of the smartest players that we have on the team, but I saw him make horrible mistakes in the playoff games. The hit out of bounds. I mean, he had one interception and a defense that pretty much is ideal for a free safety. This defense, that cover 3 is ideal for a safety. You should have more than one interception. Rico Allen had one interception in this defense. This defense is ideal for a free safety, a ball hawk free safety, to get turnovers. And this guy only had one. That's not good enough. So my thing is, if he has a big year where he goes to the Pro Bowl, 5, 6, 7 interceptions, then I would pay him. But he has to show me. He has to show me that he's capable of putting up numbers. But right now, Rico Allen, he's only showing me that he's smart. That's all. In time, I think Keanu Neal will be a pretty cover. He definitely improved last year. But I really like the ball hawk skills of DeMonte Casey. No, he isn't as smart as Rico Allen right now. But give him a year or two, I think he can be that. Falcons at this point, Casey just needs experience. Now, Casey being small, you saying Casey is small? Dude, you really haven't looked at Rico Allen, have you? Rico Allen is small, dude. Okay? Rico Allen is definitely small. So I understand everybody's concerned that we need to pay this person. We need to continue to build this defense. I know the defense will be all right because when you have a guy like Dan Quinn who is shown he knows what he's doing. Oh, no. Keanu Neal is definitely not one-dimensional. Last year showed it. I mean, he's a Pro Bowl last year, alternate. I mean, he's definitely not one. Have the best hands, but he's definitely not one-dimensional. This guy is an athlete. He's improving. It's something that I'm not seeing from Rico Allen. I'm seeing improvement from Keanu Neal, but I'm not seeing any improvement from Rico Allen. He is who he is. And that's the issue that I have with Rico Allen. Do you want to continue to pay a guy $30-40 million to be consistent? You know, he's not doing anything special for this defense, for this team. He's just a signal caller, and he gets everyone in place. Now, in time, that could possibly be Keanu Neal, but right now, that is Rico Allen. He's important to the defense. He gets everyone involved and in the right position. He's very important to this defense. But at the same time, I'm not sure if I want to pay him for $30 million, $40 million for a guy that's basically a coach. I mean, that's what Rico Allen is. He's a coach. But yes, Keanu Neal. The Falcons have Keanu Neal. He's in the perfect system because he doesn't have to be he doesn't have to always be in coverage. He pretty much covers the tight ends, sometimes a back out of the backfield, but that's hardly ever because that's Deion Jones. That's his top priority, is to cover all the running backs out of the backfield. So Keanu Neal doesn't really have to, do anything outside of covering the tight end and covering anything that come across the middle. But Rico Allen, on the other hand, I mean, come on, bro. I just don't see anything special from him. And the Falcons, I think if he has another mediocre year, Rico Allen will most likely not be an Atlanta Falcon. He has to have a huge year. This is huge for Rico Allen. They signed a one-year tender, and we have to see what happens. If they're going to, he has to have a big year. He has to have a big year. Rico Allen has to have. Rico has to have a. He has to have a big year. And yes, I say it all the time. Rico Allen is a damn coach on the field. There's nothing special about him. Tell me what's special about this guy outside of being intelligent and putting everyone in the right position. That's all he does. He's always in the right spot. That is huge for a defense. Don't get me wrong, that is huge. But like he said before, he's no Earl Thomas. He doesn't get turnovers. He doesn't lay people out. He's solid. He's a solid tackler. But there's nothing special about Rico. There's nothing special about Rico Adams. So I don't, like I said, I would not commit to signing this guy for $30-40 million. I think it'd be a waste of money because you can always get a guy who is capable of making the right reads. But what you want on this defense, on any defense, is playmakers. You want interceptions. You want big hits. You want players to just make huge plays. He got elite ears. I don't think that's case. I don't think the Falcons will start off 0-3. I mean, with a defense like this and a running game, and the Falcons is showing every sign of getting back to the running game, I don't think they'll start off 0-3. Like I said, anything is possible, but I don't think that's possible. I think you really have a good defense. And as long as you have a good defense in the NFL, you have a solid running game, and you have a guy like Julio Jones, and you add Calvin Ridley, Mohamed Sanu, those are three quality weapons that are capable of scoring at least 30 points a game. But the biggest issue and the biggest question mark of the offense is not the talent. It's can Steve Sarkisian call a good game? That's what the question is this year. It's not the talent. It's not Julio Jones and all this. It's can Steve Sarkisian improve his play calling? That's the biggest issue with this offense. We have the talent. That's why a lot of people have favored the Atlanta Falcons of winning the Super Bowl. It's not because it's not true. It's not because they're trying to, fool people and spending money and whatnot and betting. This Falcons defense, this team has tremendous potential on both sides of the ball. On both sides of the ball. These guys can make it happen at any time. This Falcons offense can put 40 up at any time on any team. This defense can have one of those breakout games where they, give up 10 points to good offenses. So this Falcons team is very good. There's no doubt about that. But no, I don't think Julio's is, like I said before, I don't think Julio Jones is not going to play. I think he's just holding out because he just doesn't want to get injured. That's it. Because he doesn't have any guaranteed money. He just don't want to get hurt. He just doesn't want to take that chance of getting hurt. And it's just that simple. And I agree, Falcons Fury, I totally agree. And I have to add another player in there. I have to add another player in there. And it's Vic Beasley, Takk McKinley, and Grady Jarrett. I think if Grady Jarrett hit double digits sacks, this defense will be a top 5 defense. There's no doubt about that. If Grady Jarrett is a double-digit sack guy, this defense will be elite. And we will be looking at the Super Bowl. And this is a video that I made earlier before. It was stating that about Grady Jarrett. I thought Grady Jarrett is the key to this defense, key to this team. And key to this team making a Super Bowl run is because I think they have all the pieces in order to make a Super Bowl. But all you guys, if all y'all play Madden, check out my boy Terry Artist. I have a link in the description. He's a game or two. Y'all can check his you can check out his YouTube channel. He plays 2K, Madden, all of that. He has a couple videos on Madden, so you guys can hit him up too. Oh hell no! Fuck! Look, that's one station that I do not like. Oh, I can't say that I don't like 92.9 the game. I just don't like Mike Bill and that idiot Carl Dukes. Those are two fucking idiots. All right. I was a big fan until they just got into this. They just want to be trolls. They just want to say stupid shit and get backlash for it. And I don't got time for that. I like everyone else at 92.9 game, but Carl Dukes and Mike Bell, those two fucking idiots. Shaq. Mike Bell is a fucking idiot. I just don't. Like I said, I was a huge fan of that show until Mike Bell just went retarded. Those guys are just dumb. Like I said, I was a big fan of that show, huge fan of that show. But I can't take it. It's so much negativity. But yeah, Mike Bell is an idiot. I stopped watching the show, listening to the show because of Mike Bell. Just it's one thing to have, to have different opinion, but this guy's just stupid. This what's up with the season? This season I'm expecting the Falcons to be Super Bowl contenders, but I think the record just hit Falcons Fear. Definitely come and chat with you, man. Just hit me know. I'll probably hit collab with you. So anybody out there with a Falcons channel, just hit me up. We can possibly talk about collaborating and whatnot. But yeah, your boy Mad Mike is out, man. Julio Jones ain't going no damn where. And if you guys have a YouTube channel you want to shout out, just hit me up in my videos. I'll definitely get back with you. But Falcons, what's the Falcons record? I'm saying 10-6, between 10-6 and 13-3. Those are realistic. Those are realistic expectations. But yeah, and like I said before, if you got anything, YouTube channels, just hit them in the comment, and I will hit you right back up. Peace.